In my previous video, I have written this simple Hello World program. In this video, I am going to explain some important features of Java, and I will also do some important observations. Let me first start by saying that Java is a case-sensitive language. By case-sensitive, we mean that if a keyword or a statement is written with a particular case, that case is part of the syntax. So in other words, if here we have the keyword class, which is all written in lowercase, if I decide to start the word class with an uppercase C, as you can note, the program is now full of errors, and even the keyword class changed its color, suggesting that there is something wrong. So it is very important that when writing Java code, we use the correct case. The name of Java classes should be exactly as the names of their files. So in this example, I have decided to call my file P1. The name of the class is also P1. If I decide to change this P1 and I add, for example, the letter Q, you will notice that the name of the class is underlined in red, suggesting that there is something wrong. So I am going to remove that letter Q, and now, as you can see, the error has been solved. You might have noticed that when writing the code, whenever we open a curly brackets and we press and enter, the cursor is placed one tab to the right hand side. This is called indentation. And indentation is a very important technique because when the programs will be much longer and include much more lines of code, indentation will help us to understand better what is written and what is included in our programs. So it is suggested that whenever we open a curly bracket, the next line will start from a tab extra to the right hand side. Technically, you can write a Java program in one line. In fact, if I move this up and this up as well, as you can see, this program is practically in one line, and if I run it, it will run successfully. However, this doesn't mean that we should write programs like this. We should always use indentation. NetBeans and other popular IDEs helps us to take care of indentation. In fact, whenever we write a curly bracket, when we press enter, the cursor, apart from going to the next line, will also be indented one tab to the right hand side. However, should you, for some reason, get confused on how taking care of the indentation, if you are not sure that you're doing it right, or maybe for some reason the code got jumbled up and you want to indent it, in NetBeans there is a feature that will do this automatically for us. In fact, if you look at this code, you will note that it's not indented. But if I right-click on the white space and click on Format, the code will be automatically indented. Some other observations, which are very important, are that every statement in Java, with the exception of statements that are used to open a scope, so in simple words, all statements except those statements that end with an open curly bracket, ends with a semicolon, as you can see there, and as you will see in the upcoming examples. The semicolon indicates the end of that particular statement. Some other observations are that, for example, whenever we want to output text on the screen, the text to be outputted, in this case it is the hello world, is enclosed within curly brackets. Another observation I would like you to observe is these square brackets. I will explain the meaning of all this code in upcoming lessons, but for the time being, please note that these square brackets can be written in different positions. They can be written exactly after the phrase string, can be written in the middle like this, can be written attached prefixing args, and can be written here after args. Furthermore, this args is not a keyword. It is what we call an identifier. It's a name. I will explain identifiers in the upcoming videos, but we can name that anything. For example, I can name it A. And as you can see, it is still a valid program. Traditionally, we name it args, which stands for argument. Personally, I prefer to write the square bracket in that location.